Imagine a military strategy designed not just to defeat an army, but to dismantle an entire society's ability to wage war. Such a tactic was devastatingly applied during the American Civil War, forever changing the landscape and lives of those in the Confederacy. The scorched earth policy had a profoundly destructive and long-lasting impact on the American South, crippling its economy, devastating its infrastructure, and deeply altering its social fabric. This strategy aimed to undermine the Confederacy's capacity to sustain its war effort by systematically destroying resources essential for military and civilian life. This destructive approach was rooted in the concept of total war, a military doctrine where all of a nation's resources, including civilian assets, are considered legitimate targets to break the enemy's will to fight. Union generals like William Tecumseh Sherman understood that merely defeating Southern armies was not enough. The economic and logistical foundations supporting those armies had to be annihilated. By burning crops, tearing up railroads, destroying factories, and seizing livestock, the Union sought to starve out both the Confederate military and the civilian population that supported it, thereby accelerating the war's end. For the Southern population, this meant widespread famine and economic ruin. Farmers lost their harvests and livestock, factories were rendered inoperable, and critical transportation networks like railways were systematically dismantled, creating massive logistical challenges. The destruction was so comprehensive that it took decades for some areas to recover agricultural production, and the South's industrial capacity, which was already limited compared to the North, was set back even further. People had to adapt to severe shortages of food, shelter, and manufactured goods, often facing starvation and displacement. A key aspect of this strategy was the concept of hard war, which went beyond conventional engagements to target the enemy's resources and morale. This differentiated it from earlier warfare models by deliberately blurring the lines between military and civilian targets, aiming to make the costs of continued conflict unbearable for the populace. The physical damage was immense, but the psychological toll of seeing homes and livelihoods purposefully destroyed also severely undermined Southern morale and the belief in a valuable Confederate victory. Ultimately, the Scorched Earth campaigns created an environment of economic desolation and social disruption across the South. It was a brutal but militarily effective strategy that directly contributed to the Confederacy's eventual collapse by eliminating its ability to feed, supply, and transport its troops, leaving a legacy of poverty and deep-seated resentment that shaped the post-war Reconstruction era for generations.